Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about our final winter forecast thoughts. Number 3. I plan on having the video out next week, the final winter forecast. Something's going on, or something was going on with my family. It was supposed to be out last week, but it didn't happen, so I plan next week, possibly a few days after winter starts, having this forecast out. So our officially winter starts next week. So yeah, but today is our actual final winter thoughts video. So today, our final winter thoughts forecast of the video. I also talked about it in tomorrow's video about what I think of the worst of winter area where I think it changed, and I probably will talk about it in this video too. So let's get into today's video. Here we're looking at the GFS month by month model, and we also are going to look at December. So before we get into month by month, we're going to look at actually December first. So we're looking at December here. This is December, around December, or one day 1 through 7. That's probably around December 15th to December 22nd. And we're seeing warm air over here in this area, and that is showing warm air in that area down here. Then we see cold air around this area here. Moving in that area, we could see some snow around that area, and then warm area over here. So yeah. Then we look at from December 22nd to December 29th. We see cool warm air moves into this region, and there is a little bit of cold air that moves down into this region here, so we could see some cooler temperatures and maybe a few bands of snow or something maybe around that time, so we'll watch that. And then we'll look through our final look at December 29th through January 5th. Uh, and we're seeing a cold dip in temperatures, and it's showing it's going to be pretty cold in that area now for December, or for the rest of December. So that's, with those cold temperatures, there could be some snow, and if there's snow, part of the reason I'm starting to think that possibly this area could be the worst of winter area. I did say this area was the worst of winter in my latest forecast that I haven't updated for quite a few weeks. I was supposed to have an official forecast, but I wasn't able to. The worst of winter was supposed to be in this region. Now I think it's going to be moved to this region, possibly. We'll see if anything changes from now next week when I create this. But we'll see. And then we see warm air more toward this area over here. So now let's go into our monthly outlooks. So now we're looking at January, and this is where I'm setting up cool or warm air for most of this part of the U.S. Here, we probably we'll see the most warmest over here probably. Um, we could see some warm air over here too, but I think it could be still a little cooler still around this time. The ridge could have possibly not came in yet. But or at least last time I looked at this, the southeast ridge didn't come in yet, like the warm air from it, so it didn't come in till like later on in like January or late January and February. But we'll see if that changes on the next look. And then we see cool air for this area here. This is where we'll see cool air, and probably moving into this region up here too. A lot of cool air. So it could be pretty cold around this area, where we could have some snowstorms moving too. Um, so we'll watch that closely. Let's look at February here. And we see this is when the biggest of the southeast ridge comes into play. And then around like Georgia, South, and North Carolina, this is where we'll have our warmest temperatures around February. We'll see this ridge comes in, and then we see the cool air moves more toward that region up there. So yeah, and then let's look at March, our final month of winter. And then we see most of the cold airs up here in this region here. and then most of the warm air is down here in that region. So pretty warm winter for down here, and then pretty cold winter for up here. Let's look at the precip now. The precip forecast here. We're going to look at January. And we see quite, actually, real quick, let's look at the week by week one. Real quick, the week by week one. This is from December 15th to December 22nd. We're seeing below average for most of this area here of uh, precip. That means less snow likely. And then above average for over here, we could see some snow or maybe just rain showers. If it's showing it's going to be pretty warm, so we could see just some rain showers, maybe a few snow storms coming in. Then down here, we could see some rain moving into the area 2. And most of the rest of the U.S. it shows it's going to be pretty dry. Even though it says it's going to be dry, it still could be a little rain at times, but mostly dry it's showing though. Then we're looking at December 22nd to December 29th. We really don't see any above average area, but we're seeing a lot of below average areas. We see below average for a big area here. This is where we're not expecting that much, or this is expecting not much rainfall in December around these areas, or the rest of December. There still could be some rainfall, but still, like, they're not going to be likely though. And then from December 29th to January 5th, we see it's still supposed to be dry. So most of the U.S. is going to be pretty dry, or at least the rest of December, at least showing right now. So that could affect our winter forecast. Now let's go month by month into this. So we see here, this is what January is. We're seeing below average precip for this area over here. That's where we'll have probably the least amount of rain and snow and all that. This area is going to be a little below average, not too much below average, but possibly a little bit below average in January. And then we see above average for this area here. That's where we could see some storms possibly move through a little bit of that area. So yeah, and snowstorms could move through this area up here, or even create just regular precip like um, rain and all that possibly. And now we'll look at February, and we see a big area of above average. Here in this area, this is where we have the most above average rain here. This is where we could see quite a bit of snowstorm move through. February could be the most active month for snowstorm and all that. And then up here we see above average. We could see some rain and snow at times. It's going to be pretty cold up there. And then below average for down here, and then where the southeast ridge is, below average. So we're going to see really below average of any rain or precip or anything. And then we're going to look at March here, and then we still see some of that above average. We start seeing some of that below average start to move through though, in this region there. We still see some above average up in this region. We could see possibly some snow continuing, late snow, and then we could still see snow in this area, and possibly some severe weather events. But we could still see snow in this area around. Then over here we'll probably see like below average, probably about average to below average possibly of precip and all that. So then below average down here and over here. So now let's look at the climate prediction center on pivotal weather. This is our 6 to 10 day outlook, just in case you guys want to see that. Our 8 to 14 day outlook, just in case you guys want to see that. Now let's look at our 1 month precip. This is where our temperature, sorry. It's going to be mostly warm for this part of the U.S. here. This is where it's most likely supposed to be warm for the rest of December. This is where they're expecting it to be warm. And this is the 3-month temperature outlook, so this is basically their winter forecast. They have warm air for most of this area here for most of winter. I think it's going to be a little warmer toward these areas here for winter. And I think the most warmest will be around this area. And the most warm out of all the areas is down here they're expecting. So, yeah, the most likely no snow around that area, even though they don't usually get snow. And then up here we see below average temperatures. We're showing it's going to be pretty cold here. And then, second layer of that's going to be pretty cold. Possibly some snowstorm moving through that area. So, yeah. Let's look through the 6 to 10 day precip. I'll let you guys see that if you guys want to know what the 6 to 10 days is. And the 8 to 14 day. And then the 1 month precip. They don't have that on here right now, so can't look at December. But here's basically the winter forecast for precipitation. Below average for down here. This is where we'll see below average precip according to what this says. This precip up here, this is what depends on our forecast, because it's looking like more likely this area possibly getting more precip, so I kind of disagree with this. I think it should be moved a little toward this area, possibly, but precip could stop around that area. When this model, it says it's going to, but because I think there will be quite a bit of snowstorms, so it depends where I'm gonna put the worst of winter. Because if it's staying above average for this area, I probably should put in that area, but if we continue to see those snow events happen around that area for a little bit, it could still mean they still will get the worst of winter. So that's why I'm gonna think about that, see where I'm gonna put it, and whenever I do release the forecast. We are seeing above average for up in this area and leaning down toward this area. We also have a second layer here where we have snow. We usually see active lakes, usually. And then we see some above average for this area up here for snow could move through. So yeah, and I think we put most of this area just at least one layer above average. Probably not much above average, but I still think it will be above average. Then below, I'd probably agree with the below average though. But yeah, thank you though guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's this is the final winter thoughts video. So our final one. So we will have our final forecast. Hopefully next week. If not, I'll have it hopefully soon. But this is the final winter thoughts number 3, or the final winter thoughts. So thank you though guys for watching. Also, this forecast I have in the background, that is not my new forecast I'm having out. This is the latest one I've done. That's why I put that in the background. You might have thought it was the forecast that's coming out, but it's not. I've had this one for each of the winter thoughts videos, just the same forecast with the final winter thought, or final winter forecast thoughts number 3. So yeah, I wanted to let you know that just in case anyone wanted to know that. But thank you though guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.